Hi, my name is Taylor Babayan. I'm a celebrity makeup artist, and today I'm going to show you tips on applying makeup on tan-colored skin. So when you're dealing with applying makeup on tan-colored skin, you really need to focus on what colors you actually have naturally going on in the face. I always like to use two foundation colors because, as you can see, on Lindsay, we have a little bit of a lighter shade underneath the eye area, so I'm going to choose a shade that's closest to that. And then we also have right around the forehead, which is a darker color. Now, if I were to actually use a foundation that was this color over her entire face, that actually did match her chest, it would make her look, it would flatten her out, but it would also make her feel too dark because of the natural highlights that are happening in the skin. So that's why I always like to use two different color shades. And the foundation I'll be using on Lindsay today is L'Oreal Paris True Match Foundation. So the first color I'm going to choose is actually the color for her forehead. And you could do it the other way around if you want. You could choose the lighter color first and then contour with a darker color. So we're going to apply it and apply down. I always like to apply foundation down because the hairs on your face grow down. And the sun actually naturally makes you slightly darker around the forehead and around the cheeks. And I'm just going to slightly blend it down. Not too much. The reason I'm tapping is when you tap, you actually get kind of like extra layers of foundation to get a little bit more fuller coverage. And then when you blend down, it actually just lightens it up there. So anywhere you want a little bit of extra, you can just tap it on. So the sun does naturally kind of get you in here, and this is going to help to contour your skin. It's going to make the chest and the under eye area kind of blend together, look a little bit more like it's uniform. Clean that up a little bit. It's also going to bring the cheeks in so she gets a nice little sculpted look. Again, we'll kind of blend it down. Let's turn it a little bit. And I'm keeping it very light on the chin. And I'm going to choose a lighter color, one that's right underneath her eye, to just bring the highlights out in her skin. So I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight. And just blend on top of my darker foundation, go into the nose. This is also a great technique to create kind of like a nice sculpted nose. We're going to go on top, underneath the eye. But again, you're working on top of your first application of foundation too. You don't want any hard edges when you're creating a contoured face. And then we're applying it above the lip. On the chin area. Under here, I always like to blend both the colors, so the lighter and the darker. That way kind of makes this area a little bit more prominent. Now if you only want to choose one foundation, what you can do is apply the darker one and then kind of just blend upwards so you just get the lightest application in your highlighted areas or where you're supposed to highlight. Now I'm going to finish off our flawless skin with a little bit of concealer. And for the concealer, I'm choosing a shade that's just half a shade lighter than her under eye area, just to brighten that up. When you're applying concealer, I always like to go for the area that needs the most amount of concealing. Lindsay was just a little bit red right under here, and then kind of blend it out. Now to set this entire look, I'm just going to use a really light application of light powder. So you're not actually choosing the darkest powder, because that's just going to darken the entire look. You're just going to do a hint using a brush. And you want it to basically just set it. You don't want a real powdery look. At least not for this lovely tan look. So there you go. Those are some tips on applying makeup for tan colored skin. My name is Taylor Babayan. Thanks for watching.